All right, I think I'm now live. I'm still not 100% used to StreamYard. Put this on the monitor. My camera actually is, so I can enter here, and we should be good to go. Hello, and Della S, the first person to comment. Congratulations. I was packing up stuff in the apartment, getting ready to move. Nope, my eyes still hurt, and I decided that I need to stop because it's still over a week for me to move, and I need to do something else that's not me moving. So instead, I've decided to do a live stream, impromptu, spur of the moment live stream, and see how everybody's doing on this lovely Thursday evening or Friday morning if you're across the world, or Thursday midday if you're in LA. I don't know. How's everybody doing? What's been going on? I have been going back and playing one of the old fantasy classics, going and playing Pokemon Blue on an emulator, which has been extraordinarily well aged. Like, that little 8-bit game proves so well that as long as you really get the fundamentals of what you're building down and there's passion behind it, it'll mature. It'll mature just fine. Like, I would rather play Pokemon Blue than half the games that are released this week. Ready for the weekend? Me too. I am absolutely ready for the weekend. Fave Pokemon, 100% Squirtle, greatest starter ever, greatest Pokemon ever, and I will fight anyone on that. My dad is here. This is my dad's legit profile. Don't trust anybody else. Hi, Dad. I hope it's going well. I'm stuck in this world where I'm constantly balanced between packing or working out. Started going to work out a lot more. So those are the three things I occupy my time with. Let's see. Yo, man, you going to hit the book loft up one last time before you leave our great state? Maybe. Oh, that'd be a good thing to do. It'd be a nice last little romp to go on with a couple friends. The problem is COVID, right? I don't know if I can do that. I don't even know if the book loft is open or what restrictions they have. So I don't know if I can do that. Isn't that sad? It's my favorite bookstore I've ever been to outside of one in LA, and I'm not sure if I can go. That hurts. That kind of sucks. That really makes me sad. Yeah, I don't know. Rand cosplay, make it happen. I'm not big into cosplay. I respect it immensely as an art form, but I personally am not super big on it. So I just want to get that out there and to be clear. That is unlikely anyone will ever see me cosplay, unless it's some extremely insane stuff, like doing a full-on Murdral or an Urukai or something that you can't even see my face. What's your favorite Trek show? I'm a Next Gen guy, but I respect all Trekkies. All right, I am fine with all Trekkies, if we're being honest. I don't even know what we're supposed to talk about here. I'm going to be honest. I think we're just chilling, having fun, and I hope that is okay. I need to mute that because that's about to start making noise, and I'm actually not looking at the stream right now, so everything could be broken, and I wouldn't know. I hope it's not. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and submit, and we're good there. Cool. All right, sorry everybody. Needed to make sure something was all right. Cool. All right, let's see. Hey Daniel, I'm about to finish Wheel of oh, sorry. What did I lost it, guys. It's gone because it jumped for me, and it's gone forever now. Here we go. Have you looked into Tamora Pierce? That name is in my notes, but I probably forgot why. But it is in my notes, which means I will get to it. Thank you for the 2. But I know that list, that name is in my list of notes. There's a million things going on in my life right now, so I'm behind on everything. I have my to-do list is bonkers for getting ready for this move. It's manageable. I can get it all done. I'm just one of these people that if I have a list of 5 things I need to do, my brain is do them all now. And I can't, because that's not how it works. I can definitely do them all before I move, but my brain is screaming at me to do them immediately. And that's not how these things work. Hey Daniel, new here, love some views on fantasy and other genres. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my views. Nice hat. I appreciate the compliment to the hat. It is a good hat. I just saw it and liked it, so I bought it because my hair is getting insane because I can't go get a haircut during this quarantine, and I've cut it myself like 5 times, and because I have really quickly growing hair. And the first time it was like, okay. Second time it was like this, all right. And the more I've cut it myself, the more unreasonable it has become. I once had a friend cut it before things got too bad, and she did an even worse job. Here we go. Hey, Dale, I'm about to finish Wheel of Time. What you recommend following up with? I'm going to go outside the box here. I'm going to say you're going to need a bit of a palate cleanser. You're going to need something light and easy. So go with Iron Druid, which I just read, and a review is coming day after tomorrow on the channel. I didn't love it, but it was different, and it showed promise. So I will throw you Iron Druid and see how you go from there. We got a couple super donuts here. I want to make sure I don't miss. Are the best friends, Fizit and Inigo. Okay, I will say okay and move on. I'm sorry, I'm not. Can't give too much today. That's fine, dude. There's never any pressure to give, and I never ask anyone to. These are just extraordinary fans, and I love you guys for doing it. But I wanted to say I'm just finished Shadow Rising. Oh, congratulations, man. Have a great day, man. Back at you, and I'm glad that you're enjoying Wheel of Time. Be sure to always check for sales and stuff on books. I like to constantly like retweet out sales that are going on, and today I did one for Rage of Dragons that's happening. So there's constantly sales going on for stuff like Wheel of Time. Just keep your eye to the streets. That's always something I try to do, even though I can get a lot of books free. All right, did you recently read any sci-fi? I'm about to start IQ84. That I believe is sci-fi. So yes, and Scythe I've recently read, which I would classify as YA sci-fi. And then I just finished like an hour ago, or a little bit more than an hour ago, the last episode of the new Westworld season, which was quite good. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Hey, Daniel, whatever happened to the 5-word book description video? So that, I'm sorry about this. So I did that. I recorded it. I edited it, and it wasn't funny. It was bad, and it's largely because of me, and I just couldn't make it content I was like happy with. And so I'm really sorry. There were some great things people put in there, but I wasn't happy with the video. I fully had it ready to go, and by the end of the time it was done, I was like, I don't want to put this on my channel. I'm not happy with it because of my presentation. So I apologize, and I a lot of people did great stuff, and I recommend you go check it out in the community tab. Hi, Daniel. Hope you're doing well. After your last tier vid, I wanted to ask if you've actually read the whole Chronicles of Narnia series. I noticed you tossed at the bottom in each vid. It hurts me. Well, the last tier list was just about names, so it has nothing to do about reading the whole thing. I believe I've read, I think I haven't read the last one, maybe, but it's been a long time since I've read deep into the series. I reread the first one like a year and a half ago and still didn't like it. Sorry, it's just not for me. But people always accuse me of like, oh, you threw Chronicles of Narnia at the bottom because you just don't like it. No, I genuinely think Chronicles of Narnia is a pretty generic name. It's blank of blank, which is generic, very generic for fantasy. Just like the blank of the blank or whatever. That's same thing with Name of the Wind. I threw Name of the Wind in generic, and people are like, that's not generic. And I'm like, it's blank of the blank. I can think of like a dozen fantasy books that do blank of the blank. But all right, I get it. Super excited for the upcoming Discworld video. Me too. I'm actually really happy with that turned out. For those of you unaware, I put up on Twitter, there's a Discworld video tomorrow, and it's actually like weird. I got this Discworld video done in like one take, and then editing it was like super smooth. I expected to take like all day, and I got it done in like 4.5 hours. And I was like, that felt good. Like it was just a video where I was like, yes, okay. That felt good. I will say it's very differently framed than a lot of the Before You Read videos I've done. This one is a lot more focused on the controversial, like how should you actually read Discworld, and I pretty definitively state my opinion on how to get into it. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed that video, which was really great. Let's see. We got a non-donut here. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts didn't believe that was going to be a series Disney Plus until you reported it. Yeah, it's weird. So we knew Kingdom Hearts was going to get adapted for a while. There've been rumors of that. We used to know exactly what was going to occur, and this is the first definitive, like, it's coming Disney Plus CG original voice cast. And man, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. How can you, in good conscience, put out a live stream when you're supposed to be writing a book? What am I supposed to do? I apologize that I'm interrupting your writing. Let me throw an idea at you. Instead of your typical dog animal companion, why don't you write in a baboon animal companion? I think baboons are wonderful, and I think each one should be in your book, Oscar. So there you go. And he should speak with a British accent, but it's a very clearly fake accent. That is my idea for you. Thank you for the, there you go. You might enjoy the expand. Oh, I've actually started that. And for some reason it didn't hook me. I don't want to say it was bad or anything. I just remember I started it and wasn't totally in love. So that was a thing. That was a thing. I just want to say thanks. Your content means a lot to me. Keep up the good work. Your reviews are always spot on for me. So yeah, thanks. Hey, I appreciate that. I think like a lot of people see like, oh, you know, even if they disagree, that they can always see at least a little bit where I'm coming from. It's rare that I have someone just say that I'm completely off base, and that's just because I'm very, very blunt, I feel like, in my reviews. I don't feel the need to use a bunch of flowery language or be overly descriptive. I don't know. I like being as straightforward as I can possibly be. Looking forward to more Sanderson content. Well, Zach, there's not more coming down right now. I just did a Mistborn video, but there's a Wheel of Time one that'll be coming out. I just uploaded and recorded as like a backup video. I want to get that out to you guys because I'm actually pretty happy with that. Let's see. Do you have any D&D campaigns going on? If so, how are they going? Yes, with Murphy to Peer. I'm playing with her husband, a friend of mine from college, in the DM, and it's been a blast. Also, if you need an all antique hand tool made dice tray, feel free to hit me. I am okay. So here's the thing. I am in the middle of getting rid of so much junk that I have left over from like middle school and high school and college. That is like a lot of like great, cool, nerdy stuff that I've just been donating. So I right now I'm not adding anything to my possessions. I'm legitimately holding off on like buying groceries because I just don't want to haul it across the country. If you'd like to send me something that I can promo and like an unboxing, hit me up later down the road. But I'm literally like not getting more spaghetti because I'm like, I love spaghetti, but I don't have the time and energy for spaghetti right now. I don't want to haul spaghetti across the country. Oh man. All right. Let's see. Keep in mind, Hounded was Kevin Hearn's first book. I noted that in the review. They evolve and grow as an author. His new epic series is amazing. That's great to hear. I think I even note towards the end of the review that it feels like a book that an author who would get more experience would want to come back and rewrite. So that seems like I hit something right on the head there. I think I did. But I will warn you guys, I'm not the most positive on it, but so it's good. Any interest in diving into Avatar, not Blue People books? Rise of Kyoshi was quite good. Also regarding Narnia, I think you would absolutely hate how it ended. Oh, okay. I think I know how it ended, just I don't know how, but that information's in my head. It's one of those things that just gets in there. But you know, how things are presented is huge and how they're interpreted. Potato, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you here. I have had this potato support me so drastically for so long. I remember the first time I like noticed this potato was when I was in LA, and I was like, I like this dude. Or Doodad. I don't. All right. No. Generally because things that are like franchise writings are not great. So I'm not super interested, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest and blunt. I got a lot of things from authors that I want to get out that are like original content. So that's my interpretation. But if it's quite good, I'm glad to hear that, at least for the Avatar fans. That is oh wait, you mean yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, for some reason I read not Blue People, and in my head I was like, oh, he means the Blue People. You mean Avatar: The Last Airbender novelizations. It's still not super interested in that though. Just for some reason it's not something I plan on getting to anytime soon. You're a male dude. There we go. How's it going? Just because I got a lot to get to, and franchise books again are just not super high on my thing. Baboon equals lion. I'm shaking my head. For those of you who don't know, this is a reference to Fantasy News, where I brought up YMS's newest video, which was quite good. And I still recommend people check that out. That video is a primo example of how research pays off. And after the video, I kind of just double checked a few things he brought up to make sure he was on the right path. And yeah, he was right in his video. Man, research is fun. I just think research is cool. I know, I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. Moving on. Hey from Wales. Hello back, Wales. Never read fantasy before and saw your Why You Should Read Wheel of Time video. Had a try. I'm halfway through book 7 and loving it, so thank you so much. Wow! I specifically noted in today's video that I recorded that starting fantasy with Wheel of Time might not be the best thing. And here comes Bill saying I'm a dummy and I'm wrong. But no, hey, if you like it and it's a good first way to go, 100% respect and like that. I'm happy that you have an appetite for gargantuan epic fantasy. And if you need a recommendation next after Wheel of Time, maybe pick up Lightbringer. Maybe pick that up. Let's see. Daniel Green, what's your favorite exchange of dialogue of all time in a book you've read? Well, I'm going to go with First Law here. And I'm going to say, okay, without spoilers, there is a specific Glokta monologue. And I think it's the end of the first book that is jaw-dropping. And I can't get into details more than that. And he has someone he's talking to, and it's magnificent. I think it's the end of the first book. It's been a while. But yeah, those are fun. Has anybody read Six of Crows? How good is it? Would you recommend it? I have read it. My review is up. I did not love it. Got the appeal, respect it, didn't love it. So my review was negative, but I do recommend it to YA fans. Hey, Daniel, I'm glad you're taking the chance to do more live streams. Good luck with your move. Thank you. Also, again, I must recommend The Wandering End. That is on my TBR. It's pretty far down, but that is on my TBR. And for those of you in my last live stream who were hounding me, I got to Hounded, and I also have officially started Assassin's Apprentice, and literally like the first couple chapters. So spoilers, please be careful. And I've also started one other one that people were getting to me about. What was that? What was it? Oh, the next Malazan book. So yes, that is happening. Jimson, hi back. How are you doing? Let's see. First Law standalones. I got a First Law standalone review out. Chill. All right. Hey Daniel, love your Codex Alera #1 review. Very fair. What did you think of the large scale warfare? Also, have you started the next book? I've not started the next book. I plan on to soon. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of things. I plan on starting a lot of first books and then narrowing down what I want to continue. But the Codex Alera is definitely in that bar. What do I think? Is it bad that strategic tactical warfare didn't stand out to me a whole lot? I mean, I have a lot to compare it to. So it was good, the final battle and climax, but I didn't find it to be like next level floor, jaw dropping to the floor things. But I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. Definitely good for what I expected for Jim Butcher. I mean, it had the experience behind it. So I think that might be why it stands out to his fans. But yeah, it was nice. It was fine. It was good. How are you doing, Trevor? How's the Wingguard? I assume it's winged. All right, moving on. What do you expect about Winds of Winter? And do you think Martin is going to be able to finish books, the 7 books? Yes, I think he could totally finish in 7 books. What I expect from Winds of Winter is we will start to see him divorce himself from the show. I don't want to be one of those people who's putting pressure on Martin. I don't want to be those people who's like saying, oh, he has to finish quickly. Totally not. He can take all the time he wants. But I do expect he will break away from the show because of how massively the fans reacted to it. So I think he's going to make it very clear, very upfront that he's going to go in a different direction, at least towards the end of that book. That is the only prediction I'm willing to put out on that. Thank you so much. Oscar, a baboon with a fake British accent, you say. I already have talking deer, fighting rabbits, murderous squirrels, terrorist wolves, fish spies, and land invading lions. No joke here. I can make a baboon work. Oh my Lord. This guy is going like for Redwall's throat. Okay. Oscar, wow. All right. I've been wanting more animal fantasy. So good job. I'm intrigued. I like animal fantasy a lot. Pokemon is hardcore fantasy and people need to respect it as such. And Redwall is magnificent. And his Dark Materials animal companions are next level. So that, man, holy crap. Okay. I just like it. I just respect it. Cool. Apparently I'm channeling my inner Jake from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which, by the way, non-fantasy recommendation. If you haven't started Brooklyn Nine-Nine, watch the first few seasons. They're awesome. And then stop once it gets bad. Not bad. Less good. I just started Wheel of Time. I just found out that I live 10 minutes away from where Robert Jordan is buried, so it's been an interesting time. Wow. That's fascinating. I didn't even know where he's buried. I assume in the Carolinas where he grew up. Oh, man. Well, I know there's streets named after some Wheel of Time things near his hometown, so that's interesting as well. And I hope you're enjoying the Wheel of Time so far and your connection to it. Your favorite writing style, example of an author. Man, you know I like me some long descriptions, some really methodical pacing, and detailed action that's not overly detailed. Let's see, some writing that's been vibing with me recently. Dresden's an obvious pick, but what is something that might surprise people? I want to shout out Nicholas Ames for Kings of the Wild. His writing in that was really like, it wasn't poetic or anything like that, but his prose were technically great. And I really appreciate how he conveyed emotion and action and character and humor in one convenient package that is just blended so well. It felt so real. So yeah, Nicholas Ames, I'm going to give him mad respect. And then I'm going to shout out Mark Lawrence, wow, for Red Sister, Gray Sister, Holy Sister, because I think the writing in that is super impactful as well. His emotional hammers really hit. Sorry if that just deafened half of you. Paper and literature coming up. Could I write a 10 to 20 page about Winnie Time, or should I limit it to one character like Rand? Also, Westworld. Yeah, I just finished. It's good. Westworld review's coming soon for me. Later than I was hoping it would, but Westworld review's coming. And well, it depends. I like specific papers where you can really dig into it. And I feel like if you focused on one character, maybe like Rand's character arc, or that was a spoiler I almost just said, that could probably be, I would think, a better end result, because if you're just covering like 20 pages on Wheel of Time, you're going to spend a lot of time just explaining Wheel of Time to then justify a lot of things you say. Whereas if you're just talking about Rand, you don't need to explain the whole series, you just need to explain his character. So it might be a little more manageable, though 20 pages is a lot. So if you need to fill space, go with the full series. Thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate you. I'll give you 2 claps. There we go. I'm just glad people aren't paying me for book recommendations. If Goodreads wanted to hire you on a temporary basis to fix their site, would you? Money, no object. Obviously, you love your job, but I'd be curious. If they were to hire me like 2 days out of the week just to get back into my software engineer, UX design headspace, yeah, I would, because they have such a huge grasp of the market. It'll be extraordinarily hard for them to be ever overthrown. That's why they don't try to fix it. But yeah, it's I would do that, and you guys would probably get 2 less videos a week, and we would all deal with that. That would be the current situation. Man, it just jumped me again, so I need to. I try to keep up. All right, I'm doing my best. All right. Do you think Egwene, major plot, Elaine, Tarongerl, leader, and Nynaeve, healing power level, should also have been labeled? Yes. Okay, can't get into spoilers, but there are definitely female characters in Wheel of Time that I would consider showing traits of being Tel'Viren. That for me is kind of like a duh once you really think about it. And I don't know why they really weren't considered much, but my answer to that is yes, but it's not canonical, and people are welcome to disagree with me. Let's see. Come visit IRL 2 Rivers, Slovenia one day. If someone pays for my ticket, sure. But I am budgeting right now because of this mood. Movers are expensive, but thank you so much for the suggestion. I'll think about that. Hey, do you think you would like to read more fantasy-like children's literature? If so, I recommend Chronicles of the Ancient Darkness by Michael Paver. No, if I'm being honest, I've been struggling with every bit of like YA or children's AIM fantasy I've picked up in a long time. It's rare that I find what I find really compelling. So that is going to be a general, like, just not for me, but I get it. I respect it. And especially for parents, I think it's a really great tool to connect with your kid in a fantastical story, but just not for me typically. But thank you for the recommendation. Have you watched the new Westworld season? It's sexy. It's also brutal. Yes, we just went over this earlier. I finished. Review coming soon. Thank you for the dono. I will get that review to you. Let's see. Even if I don't always agree with your takes, you and a few other members of BookTube have always been making quarantine bearable. Thank you. have been. I don't know. I put always in there. Also, you're wrong. Bulbasaur is number 1 in the Dex and in life. No, Bulbasaur is a weak little frog with a growth on his back. It's just this plant sitting on him, and I don't like him. No, Squirtle all day. His growth is amazing because it's a shell, and I love him. I love Squirtle so much. I might get a Squirtle tattoo if you get me drunk enough. No. Hey, Daniel, just wanted to ask how far along Attack on Titan. I'm on book 11 in Wheel of Time, so would you recommend to read after? All right, I'll give you a read after, but give me a second here. Attack on Titan, haven't read, watched more. I think I read the first episode of watched the first episode of season 2. But I haven't gotten deeper in because I wanted to finish Westworld before I continued on. So I'm diving into more Attack on Titan now that I finished Westworld. But I'm not super far. And a Wheel of Time rec. I'm going to go outside the box again. I'm feeling outside the box. And I'm going to throw you into the realm of the sci-fi. And I'm going to say you should read Childhood's End, one of my favorite sci-fi stories of all time. Definitely different than what you're reading now. It's not even really character focused at all, and enjoyable. I think it's nearly a perfect book, especially if you like high concept sci-fi. One more thing about the animal, since you like it, it's grimdark. What? All right. I think you've officially done something that no one has done before, Oscar. So impressive, different, interesting. All right, let's get it through me. All right. Hi, Daniel. I'm on book 4, Wheel of Time. I really want to chat to someone about it, but none of my friends have read it, and I'm scared of the forum spoilers. How can I chat about my first reading? We have a spoiler-free and spoiler-filled chat section in the Discord server that people really enjoy and are actively in, constantly having discussions about it. Also, Liam, it's your duty to break your friends' wills and make them read the Wheel of Time. I did it to a lot of my friends and then moved on to now breaking the entire internet's will and making it all read the Wheel of Time. I am crazy, but you need to make your friends read it. And also, Discord server, totally awesome community, always talking about the Wheel of Time. Let's see. Hi, just wanted to thank you for getting me back into reading and fantasy again. Awesome. I used to read books, used to read loads, but then stopped for ages. A lot of people have. Based on your videos, I started Wheel of Time and I'm about to finish book 5 today. Magnificent. Love it. And book 5. Oh, okay. Book 5 is good. But well, you're in like the one of the peaks of the series, so enjoy. I'm glad you're liking it. Keep it up. My roommate and I love your content. By the way, what's your favorite D&D campaign as a DM? Superhero campaigns. I run if I'm ever like running a homebrew system, I like to do percentile-based superhero campaigns, and they are so much fun with how creative people can get. Just letting people have like fire powers and things like that, and leveling them up just through like adding to their percentages. So great, so much fun, so loose. I guess it's not even really D&D at that point, but that is probably the most fun campaigns I've ever run. Big fan of you as always. Help me get out of reading slump. Good. When's the best time you find to read in the day? And has quarantine made you write more? Quarantine has made me write less because I've been trying to get more content out and read more books for people like yourself bored at home. But if I say best time to read during the day, I like having just like a 2-hour gap right before I sleep to get some reading in. And then also right around lunchtime, I definitely get a bunch of reading in and could accidentally forget to finish editing a video because I get too absorbed in a book. That happens occasionally. Sorry if I ever miss a day because of that. I haven't in a long time. I'm on a hot streak for not missing days for videos right now. I'm proud of myself. Ego. All right. I'm new. I'm now about halfway through Eye of the World, really enjoying it. Thanks for the recommendation. I've been reading a lot more in general lately. Love the channel. Good. Reading is good for your brain. All kinds of studies show that. Read, and enjoy the fantasy realm. It's quite literally at this point, to the human lifespan perspective, an infinite amount of fantasy to get through that is quality. So trust me, take it from a guy who does it all day, every day. There is more fantasy in this world than you could possibly read that is worth reading. So that's fun. All right. I found a gorgeous book from the Folio Society that I am sending you as soon as you open a new PO box in Virginia. LL, get ready. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Folio Society makes extraordinary books. Holy crap! But they are pricey. But I want to start collecting some of them. So thank you so much. I'll be sure to get a PO box open there ASAP as soon as it is safe to do so. Because was I nervous picking up those packages from that post office on that last day. All right. Thank you so much, man. Previous post got me thinking of an abandoned. Sorry, I'm coughing. No, I'm not. I'm burping. Why did I say coughing? Andrew, previous post got me thinking of an abandoned fantasy idea I've had where the animal rise up to kill the humans. Massive armies of killer ants come ashore on the East Coast in the months mouths of whales. Okay, Andrew, write that book, man. You seem enthusiastic about it, and no one's done it before. I can promise you that. And that is, man, okay, yeah, do that. Do it. Do it. No balls. You won't do it. My friend keeps recommending Kong's Dark Tidings by Kel. Should I, Cade? I don't know. I haven't read it. Can't input there. Sorry, but I would recommend finding another booktuber who has, because there are some great booktubers out there who've read things I have not. You should do a VA meetup in the fall, pandemic allowing. It's when I'm moving down there. Awesome. I've already put on my Instagram that I'm probably going to do my first ever meetup once I'm in VA. And I can have a couple friends with me to make sure people don't murder me. But yeah, I do plan on actually doing a Virginia meetup once it is safe to encourage people to gather in mass. If you could skip forward in time to when the Wheel of Time show was done so you could watch it all at once, would you, or would you rather experience the wait? I would jump forward in time in a heartbeat. No question, no break, nothing whatsoever. In a minute, I would go for it. I know, like, the deep, mature answer is like, oh, enjoy the wait with the fan base. Screw that. I'm going forward. I'm checking it out right away. I'm not about that waiting stuff. Also, I have a new favorite color. Can you tell? It's teal. Sorry. Yeah, I'm totally jumping ahead. I think everyone who says they wouldn't is a liar. All right. Given you reviewed the awful Last Airbender movie, do you think you ever do the awful Dark Tower movie? Easily the worst adaptation in my mind. That's a good idea. Yeah, I might do that just to be angry, because Dark Tower should be adapted right, because it's gorgeous. Yeah, I should do that. I should do that. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. That's on the thing now. That's on the list. Love Ship Traders picks up the pace, and Rainwild Chronicles dives deep into dragon lore. The later Fitz trilogies will break your heart. Okay, that's encouraging to hear, because I've heard Assassin's Apprentice is not the best start ever. So I'm glad to hear that. Why did I bring up Assassin's Apprentice? That's wrong. For some reason, I was thinking that you're talking about Robin Hobb, and you are not. You're talking about a different author. But thank you for the recommendation there. I am apparently an idiot. I have to keep thousands and thousands of authors and books straight in my head. Give me some break. Cut me some slack. Moving on, because I'm embarrassed now. I just started the first book of the Dresden Files, and I'm loving it, but I'm very happy I saw your review, so I know what I was in for. What's another series I should start? If you're loving Dresden, then I want to hurt you and give you something that's going to break your heart and be difficult to get through. So, I will assign you The Brutality that is Gardens of the Moon, the first book in the Malazan series, which is the complete opposite end of the spectrum of great fantasy. And good luck. Good luck. Get it on your Kindle or whatever, cheapest option possible. And let's see if you can go to the total other end of the spectrum. I don't know why I'm doing this to you, but it is great. It's also impossible. Good luck. God luck. Good luck. Halfway into Lord of Chaos, thanks to you, Loving Wheel of Time. Awesome. I tried getting into fantasy by reading Silmarillion, and after reading a few pages, I stopped. Should I try? Dude, no, whoa, no. Whoever gave you Silmarillion as an introduction to fantasy does not know what they're doing. So no, pick up the Hobbit. Pick up the Hobbit. Start there. Much better introduction to fantasy. Wow, whoever gave you the Silmarillion, no, bad recommendation. That's a bad entry to fantasy. What's your professional academic background, and how does that inform your reading of enjoyment of fantasy? I am a communications major who then kind of self-taught coding, and then realized no one's going to hire you if you're just self-taught. So then I went to a code camp. Then I was a software engineer for a couple of years, and none of that has anything to do with fantasy. I've just been a giant fantasy nerd my whole life. I guess my communications major helps my presentation abilities in videos, but that's really about it. That's my background in this. I wish it was deeper, but it's not. I'm not some author's kid or part-time writer, just a giant nerd. And I've never tried to pretend that I'm some authority on fantasy. I just I just love it. All right. There's a superhero themed web serial called Worm. I'm aware that I think you'd love. I think you're aware of it. I am. Oh, hey, look at that. We came full circle. But have you read it? I think I looked into it after one live stream or someone brought it up, but I wasn't immediately hooked. But it's on my list of things to look into once life is more normal and you stop adjusting my hat. Thank you for bringing it up again to put it back in my head because I want to give web serials a try, right? Like I gave lit RPGs a try, and well, they weren't my thing. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. Let's see. If you'd like superheroes, I'd recommend the Super Power Ed series by David Hyatt. Superheroes training through college, very well thought out and fun. Interesting. I like superheroes in D&D. I don't know if I've ever read a book about superheroes I've liked. I don't even like comics that much anymore about superheroes. So that's an interesting rec. If more people recommend it, I might look into it. That's my new qualifier for things. If I get a horde of fans that are like, oh, yes, totally, then maybe. But it's hard for me to go off one stranger from the internet reaching out from the abyss and recommending something. That's always a little bit scary. Have you read any Michael Crichton? And if so, what do you think of his work? I think I have. Have I read? I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. Have I? I don't know his books that work off the top of my head. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to safely say no and say I apologize for not being aware. Let's see. Yes, same. I love teal, purple, and red. I think you mean red. But yes, teal is like my thing right now. Big on teal. You could round out the awful adaptation reviews with Eragon. Oh, my Lord. You guys are evil geniuses. I hate it. She was talking about Robin Hobb. She was. Okay, God, what is with my brain right now? Okay, yes, that is Hobb. Cool. That makes sense. I've heard Assassin's Apprentice is not the best entry point. Give me a break. That definitely was Robin Hobb. Okay, I need to trust my brain. I don't know why I decided not to trust my brain. I apologize, everybody. Man, I'm sorry. It's live. It's live. All right. Found your channel recently. So as this question has been done, have you read Red Magician? If so, how did you find it? If so, would you like to hear about it? I have not read it. There is way too much fantasy for me to have read it all. But Red Magician, I don't even know who that's by. That might be by someone I know, but I don't know for sure. But thank you for the semi-recommendation there. It's Corey. Corey, how are you doing, Kentucky man? This money comes with strings attached. You must get some Taco Bell with it. Corey, you are a monster. I'm not going to get Taco Bell with this money. I'm going to go to Shake Shack and get actual quality fast food, you barbarian. For those of you who don't know, this is Murphy's husband. Go sub to his channel. Great guy, great content creator, especially if you're into photography. Great stuff on photography. But no, I will not eat Taco Bell. I would rather die than eat Taco Bell. Taco Bell is sludge, not even good when you're drunk or stoned. It's just meat sludge you have to slurp, gurgle down, and I'm not about it. Sorry, moving on. Streaming is hard. You're doing great. Thanks, my man. I'm also sweating now. Favorite Disney movie or book? Well, now we count Star Wars movies as Disney movies, so Empire Strikes Back, my dude. But if we're talking about traditional Disney, I love Hercules. The soundtrack, the movie, it's all so good. Also a soft spot for Aladdin, the animated one, obviously, and Sword in the Stone's underappreciated. It's really, really good as well. But if I had to pick one favorite, I'm gonna go with Hercules right now. I'm vibing with Hercules. It's always in my top. It's always in my top. All right, are people mad at me for slandering Taco Bell again? Yeah, okay, Taco Bell sucks. See? People agree. As long as Baby Beal agrees with me, that's a okay image. Then I know I'm not entirely in the wrong. So here we go. There we go. Let's move on to the next super chat and get this one, this image off my screen as I get to. Wow, I am behind on chats. Streaming is okay. That's thank you. Favorite Disney movie. I'm not that far behind. I went too far. This is difficult. Thank you so much for the dono. I think I saw my dad's back in here. You're not an idiot. Assassin's Apprentice, Live Ship, and Rain Walls are all Robin Hobb's part of the Auditing series. Thank you. I appreciate Jennifer. Oh, and there's another booktuber who's really good on Robin Hobb stuff. I need to Beckel Panda. Is that how you say her? She is great Robin Hobb stuff. Any recs for sci-fi with character technologies art that treat the tech as if they were a magic system? I'm writing a hard sci-fi looking for examples. Oh, that's a very specific request. Treat the tech like a magic system. Huh. Treat the tech like a magic. Well, okay, that's a broad thing, right? Because treating tech like a magic system. Do you mean like in a lore sense, where the technology is like this grand thing? Ah, man, there's one I could recommend, but it's a major spoiler. Oh, I can't say it because it's a spoiler. Okay. Okay. With character arcs / technology arcs that are treated as if they were a magic system. I would say, if I had to go with that kind of recommendation, I would look into no, that's not accurate. This is hard. This is harder than I thought it would be, because there's one I want to say, and that's just dominating my brain right now. Okay, I have to say it. If you don't want a spoiler for one specific series, close your ears. Everyone close their ears but Vlad in 3, 2, 1. I'm saying it now. Look into Book of the Ancestor. It's actually sci-fi in a way. So everyone, come back now. All right, we're done. We're done. Okay, we're here. That was my recommendation. So if you want sci-fi that's actually like a magic system, there's your example, because I think that's an extraordinary example of it being done. In your opinion, what are the elements in classic fantasy that have yet to be surpassed in modern fantasy? Pros. And should modern fantasy try to surpass those elements at all? Hope your novel is going well. No, I don't think so. There's a reason we don't focus on these things anymore, because they just don't vibe with audiences, and we've moved past them, or we've just decided they're not on the level of importance they used to be. So I would say no. Let's let modern fantasy be what modern fantasy is. But things like prose, and I think lore is something that a lot of classic fantasy really put a lot of time and effort in, that most, and again, I'm talking great generalities here, modern don't as much. So I would say those two probably. And that's just because the bar was set so high. There we go. Are you into history? I have a history and find it melds really well with enjoying epic fantasy. Yes, I would watch the History Channel to make up for the fact that I didn't have friends growing up. No, I would binge watch History Channel before it turned into crap, because History Channel is terrible now, like crazy. There was this one show where they would recreate battles that I was obsessed with, like Hannibal, Alexander the Great, Caesar. They just did so many Napoleon, amazing battles that were so awesome, and it really made me love it. And I also have a weird passion for like the oddities of history, like weird things in history that have been forgotten, like statistical anomalies, things like that, or just coincidences that have occurred. I have a list of things like that I've always enjoyed. Pips, are you under there? You've been under the table the whole time. Pips is moving on. I'm absolutely seconding the rec for superpowered. Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm glad we have a secondary that bumps it up significantly, and I'm happy. And also Taco Bell is terrible. Taco Bell is trash, and you just live in a small town where you don't have other options, Corey. I'm getting mean about it. If you had Shake Shack, you know what I'm talking about. Shake Shack's chicken sandwich is the best chicken sandwich on the market. Beats out Chick-fil-A, beats out Popeyes, beats out Wendy's, beats out anybody, because it is the best chicken sandwich. Hands down. If you disagree with me, you're wrong, and you're just mad you don't have a Shake Shack near you. All right, moving on. I'm 75% through The Gathering Storm, and wow, BS knocked it out of the park. Yeah. Good luck on your book, by the way. Thank you so much. And Brandon Sanderson did an extraordinary job. That is one of the most difficult things I've ever heard of an author doing, and he did it better than anyone had any right to expect. Are you upset to leave the book loft behind with your move? Extraordinarily so. And do you already have a favorite bookstore where you'll be moving to? No, and I've been asking people to recommend me Virginia-based bookstores, because I actually wasn't super into going to them before I left Virginia. So if people have any recs, send them to me. I'm looking to arrive as the book celebrity. Okay, can't even say that seriously. Yeah, I definitely want to check out a bunch more. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting some Taco Bell. Daniel's getting personal now. Yeah, I am. I'll swing about fast food, man. I am passionate about fast food. Even though I don't eat it often, I just have thoughts and opinions on fast food. Hold up. Sorry. I had accidentally jumped again, so I have to scroll forever to find where I left off because, let's see. I'm just going to pick up where it's last loading to. Sorry if I missed any. Thank you for getting me into reading in general, and you should really consider watching Hunter x Hunter. I think that is my next one after Attack on Titan. That's my next one up. But thank you for the dono. Hey, just wanted to say I love your content. I recommend all my friends to watch you. Oh, thank you. Streaming Fantasy. Also, Taco Bell is amazing, and I will fight you. Taco Bell is trash, and obviously all of your opinions are bad. Thank you for the dono. Oh, wait, you like me, and I said your opinions are bad. No! Anyway, moving on. Good luck with your move, by the way. I think you have Michael Crichton. Oh, author. Yeah, I've read Jurassic Park. I loved it. And it's also surprisingly different from the movie because the movie's so good. I assumed it was a pretty loyal adaptation. It is not. It is not at all. And it's good. It's definitely worth reading and solid sci-fi. Are you planning on finishing Raya Revelations? I have finished it. The series evolved with every book, and the way it all came together at the end is so amazing and satisfying. It was an incredible read. So Discworld is the next series I'm going to be talking about a lot, and then I do plan on getting Raya Revelations before you reads and things like that put together and put out, and a lore video for it possibly. I tried putting together like possibly a lore video for Discworld, and then I quickly realized it's an impossible task. So that will not be coming down the road. I think you will like One Punch Man. It's a hilarious take on the superhero and shonens. One is true. That is one I want to pick up as well, because I also know it won't take much for me to catch up on it. It's not a whole lot of episodes out there. So, yeah, I definitely will pick that up. I'm surprised Corey hasn't come back in here to defend his awful, awful, awful taste in fast food. So it's good to know he's admitted he's wrong and gone to hide in shame. Rex for 13-year-olds who is rereading Jurassic Park. I, Robot. I, Robot is a great, great sci-fi book by my personal favorite, Isaac Asimov, and I think more people need to read it. If you've seen the Will Smith movie, that's an example of what it not is. So yeah, that's one more people need to read. Altered Carbon is actually a very good answer. Altered Carbon, yeah, for sure. Danny Green, please don't call me Danny. Given your generation's love of classic 70s and 80s movies, if you had to mash a couple together for a book, which ones would they be? Oh, man. Back to the Future and Terminator. I want a Terminator to hunt down Marty McFly and Doc Brown and them have to escape it. And that will be the best movie ever made. I'm copywriting that right now because that is incredible. Mine. No one touch it. It's mine. But there you go. There we go. Let's see. Have you read Raymond E. Feist, or do you have any plans to? Yes, I do have plans to. There's a bunch of his books right there staring at me. He's fairly high on my TBR. So there are Feist plans in the feisty future. It's too bad you don't like Berserk. Seems like it has a ton of things you'd like in fantasy stories. The 1997, I might try that. I just didn't like it. I tried picking it up again and got a couple more books in after my review, and it just was not for me. So I've decided to let rest what has been done. I mean, unfortunately, Berserk just wasn't for me. I'm really happy that I found Attack on Titan because I like that quite a bit more. Thank you for the 2, Nathan. Appreciate you. Still no Corey, man. Corey just gave up. Corey just admits he's wrong and shuffles away. Or he's in here and I missed him, which is equally as likely to have happened. Let's see. I think it just jumped me again. I don't know where I was. Great. Wonderful. Great. I'm just going to pick up here and hope I didn't miss any. Why do you think Lord of the Rings is not treated as the great literature it is? I've had enough of To Kill a Mockingbird, Tim's video on Tolkien philosophy. We're luckily seeing this change. We're seeing more people realize Tolkien's brilliance with Lord of the Rings. So I actually think this is changing, and it was just flat out snobbery against fantasy. That's all it was, and which is slowly dying out. I'm very happy to say that someone who's keeping their ear to the fantastical streets, we are seeing the snobbery against fantasy go away. So I think in the next decades, we'll see it recovering. Do you have any recs similar to Discworld? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Easiest jump over ever. And it's transitioned into sci-fi, which has been wanting as well. So if you love Discworld, go to Hitchhikers. Very different absurdism, but awesome. Just on the same level of quality. Hello, mate. Here in the ECU, we love our Godpern, meaning Perrin. Maybe here comes some of the issues. Do you have time to research this? Cheers from the Balkans. I don't know what you just said to me. I'm just gonna Google what Godpern and see what comes up and try and figure out what this meant. I'm sorry, I don't know what this meant. I don't know how to take this. Sorry. Moving on. Also, as someone with a Squirtle tat and has done my best to sneak a cocktail with that name into the bar I work at, Squirtle for life. Hell yes. Squirtle is the best starter. Everyone else is wrong, and I am right. Let's see, is Corey just texting me now? No, he's not. Corey, why aren't you defending your terrible decisions? All right, moving on. I need to stop. It's getting too much. All right. Heard of Sun Easter series? No, I have not. Thank you for the 2, but I've not heard of that. Taco Bell is bad. More confirmation. Let's see. How did you decide to transition from software engineer, presumably to full-time fantasy YouTubing? What was the hardest, easiest aspect? The hardest was actually doing it because, it was scary. And every time I brought up to someone that was like, hey, I'm thinking about making YouTube a full-time job, they'd give me a look that was like, you sure about that? But it's worked out really well, and I'm very happy. So, it's worked out just fine because I'm a workaholic, and luckily that pays off on YouTube. And the transformation decided when it started being financially viable, to be perfectly honest. And the company I was working for is probably about to be bought anyway. So I just decided, like, it's time for me not to stick around because apparently it's going to be a very, very, very long process. And it just felt right. And also couldn't maintain making videos and working as a software engineer. They're both worth it. Yes, Daniel, validate my passionate distaste for Taco Bell. I'm going to make a piece of merch that's just crapping on Taco Bell. That's how much this is becoming a thing, and I appreciate it. Pat's back on. Going to give another recommendation for Okay, but one of my favorite series that I have read. Okay, awesome. I'm glad to see that. That's okay. I will look into it. Corey just texted me. I'm crying in the corner. Don't worry. All right. Have you played Total War Warhammer? What's your favorite faction? I've not played the Warhammer one, but I'll tell you my favorite Total War game is Rome Total War. No, the Shogun. Shogun 2. Shogun 2 was like peak perfect Total War, and I've sunk way too much time into that. Way too much time into that. Greetings from France. I like your avatar photo. You got me back into writing and Earthsea. If you like series that don't glorify war, try Black Company. Man, I do need to give Black Company another try. I didn't like it when I picked it up, but I'll give it another go. Altered Carbon is not a good show. The concept is great, but the show execution is terrible. Wow. I've heard the books are good that's based off of. So that is a passionate opinion. Interesting. Okay, it jumped me again, so let's try and catch up with what just happened. You might struggle with Hunter x Hunter at the beginning because of the slow start, but once they introduce the best magic system in anime, you'll love it. Don't you tip me like that. You're manipulating me, and I don't like it. Stop it. Have you read the Halo series? No. And if so, what are your thoughts? I have not read it. Thank you for the dono, but I've not read that. And what I consider reading everything, man. There's thousands of things, though. Let's see. Have you read Tolkien's essay on fantasies called Oh Fairy Story? No. Didn't even know those exist. Definitely need to look into it. Where are you in Iron Druid? I just finished the first book. Review coming Friday. Taco Bell is good. This is an example of someone making a joke, and it's very funny. Very, very, very funny. Pern is a Slavic god. Oh! Okay. Now I'm still confused. God of Thunder. Oh, Perrin. Oh! Okay. I see what's happening. Nice. Okay. I will go back and look at that super chat and try to figure out what was happening because I'm still not entirely sure. Oh, wait, it's right here. Here we go. It's highest god of the pantheon here. Okay. I just need to get to this. Hamilton's The Void Trilogy, Mixed Tech and Magic. Okay. For the person who's asking about that, that's the way to go. Thank you for the super chat. Pern is an East god, European pagan god. No idea why the guy meant otherwise. Maybe Pern and Pern from Wheel of Time similarities. That's what I'm thinking. I think he also just super chatted that. So I need to find his super chat. There we go. It's here. I got to it. Let me get in these super chats before it's done. No, I think I'm caught up. Okay, no, there's one more. Fave music genre. I like rap a lot, and my current favorite artist is probably Lauryn Hill. I've been going through Lauryn Hill and really enjoying it. Let's see. Is the highest god of the pantheon here in East Europe. We love Perrin due to him being so close to Pern. Overall, we loved Perrin being modeled after Perrin. I haven't even... What? What is this? I need to text Matt. The guy at the Dusty Wheel, and see what he knows of this. And maybe we need to do another deep dive because I am fascinated now. I need to look into this. I have not been made aware of this at all. So we will check this out. I am fascinated. Also, thank you for the dono. This is okay. Maybe this could be a whole video. I don't know, because there's a lot of people saying like, Matt's this, parents. I've heard a lot of these. So maybe I need to have like a Wheel of Time lore character influence video and dispel or accept or give the different merits of inspirations, because we all know Robert Jordan liked to pull in all these different things. Have you read Percy Jackson? I've been avoiding saying this. Percy Jackson is not good in my opinion. I'm sorry. I remember reading it, and what I remember I was liking at the time, but looking back on it, I'm like, probably not. And Murph has been telling me she hasn't been loving her reread, so I'm terrified to pick it up again. I'm very happy for the fans right now, because you guys are apparently going to get a Disney Plus show, right? Or was it Netflix or Disney Plus? I think it was Disney Plus. No, it was Netflix. Disney, I don't. Whoever recently watched that fantasy news, let me know. But I am not particularly excited for that one there. Have you read the Demon Cycle series? No, but it recently got put way higher on my TBR because some people made it sound very appealing. And the author himself, I believe, replied to me on Twitter. I think it was that author. And so I was like, okay, I got to check this out. All right. Best magic system in anime is clearly JoJo's. Everyone's been saying this JoJo thing to me, and I have no idea what it is. But all of a sudden, I'm being sent memes and like being like coerced into reading it. I'm very confused. Found your videos a few weeks ago and just wanted to say thank you. Anxiety's been rough lately. Same for me. And your channel has helped a ton. I'm also halfway through Grey Sister and love it. Good luck with moving. Oh, thank you. It's been a rough time for a lot of people's anxiety, I think, because of the world. And I just want to say you're not alone. I deal with it too all the time. I had bad anxiety the other day and I went for a long run and it didn't help. So you're not alone. A lot of people deal with it, man. And you're a respect and brave for, Allison. Mehmet, Dudette. Good on you for bringing it up and speaking about it, because it's something that the stigma around needs to be done away with, and more people need to be confident talking about anxiety in public. So thank you, and you're awesome, and I hope you kick your anxiety's ass. One word review about Iron Druid Chronicles. Potential. And you will get that review day after tomorrow. Thank you again for the $1. I'm very confused. Do you want to say something? I'm scared. What's happening with this, Elizabeth? Is it like glitching out on you? I don't know. It's okay to be wrong, Daniel. What did I say that everyone's disagreeing me with? I don't. Oh, Percy Jackson. Oh man. Let's see. Greetings from Brazil. I wish we had a strong culture of fantasy and books here in the United States. Your work keeps inspiring for an author, writer like me. Thanks for keeping up. Well, people like you, man, are what's going to get it going. I want to see more Brazilian fantasy YouTubers. I got reached out by a Russian fantasy YouTuber not too long ago, and that was awesome, as well as a German one. I've gotten like a few different countries reaching out to me and be like, I started my own fantasy channel here in my country because that's so cool. Go right ahead, do it too for Brazil. Get people excited. I guarantee you'll find the community. And it was Disney Plus. Bella or Pips, the horse, who wins? Bella. Oh, sorry, Pips. But yes, Bella, 100%. If you were a girl, I would have named you Bella. There, now you know. But yes, Bella, all the way, 100%. I don't buy into the theory though that horse was the creator. That's silly. But maybe. All right. Oh man, it jumped me again. Why does it keep doing this? All right. Just finished Reaper's Gale. Think it's the best Malazan so far. Can't wait for a video about it. I've started the next Malazan, so you'll get another Malazan video before too long. Please check out Vinland Saga. It's a Viking anime. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Viking anime. Didn't know that existed. I want to recommend Demon Cycle again, but I'm afraid you won't take me seriously because I like Taco Bell. Corey is correct. That's a funny joke. But I do plan on picking up Demon Cycle soon. That got shot up my TBR. By the way, you don't pronounce the X in Hunter x Hunter. Hunter. Okay. Hunter x Hunter is what I will say from now on. Hunter x Hunter has a great magic system, but it takes like 30, 35-minute episodes to get to it, so be warned. Ooh. Okay. JoJo is bizarre. Everyone says exactly this. They say specifically, JoJo is bizarre. What is this thing? I don't know what this is that everyone keeps recommending, and it scares me. All right. I'm gonna have to wrap up here soon because my voice is going and I'm getting rather turd and I need to get back some packing stuff. But let's get these last ones here. Hunter is one of the best written series out there, though, so I second you'll struggle with it a bit if you're not used to animeisms. Where are you in Attack on Titan right now? I've seen the first episode of season 2, but I stopped to finish Westworld. But I'm going to pick it up again soon. JoJo is the personification of flamboyant masculinity. That sounds awesome. I'm down for that. There are 3 magic systems in anime regarded as great. Alchemy from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I agree there. Hunter stands for JoJo's Bizarre Adventures soft magic system. Okay. Cool. I am glad to know that now. Thank you so much. Found your content a few weeks ago. Great stuff. Excuse me. Just started reading Dresden Files. Thoroughly enjoying. Currently on book 2. Keep it up. Awesome. Love hearing that. And it is amazing how many people have picked up Dresden on my recommendation. My Amazon affiliate links display that enough on their own. They have been firing off with the Dresdens. Demon Cycle equals problematic tropey plus rape for plot. Ooh, okay. That's an opinion. Oof. I hope that's not as bad as it's coming across there. Was shocked to see you mention Kingdom Hearts. Have you played the games? I played the first 1 or 2 when I was really, really little. If so, would love a video. If not, the whole series is super cheap right now. I haven't played the whole series, that's for sure. And that's just not compelling to me anymore. Like, I just don't necessarily want to pick it up. First off, much respect for your work and your amazing perspective. With that being said, why is Randall Thor not the best Wheel of Time character? He is the best Wheel of Time character. So your question is flawed. Why is Randall Thor not the best Wheel of Time character? He can definitely be whiny. If you're not going to like him, it's because he can be whiny. He can be very Anakin-esque at times. Since people are throwing out anime, I'll put another written Fate Zero, which is some of the best characters. Okay, thank you. But I'm not. I have a friend I go to for these things, guys. So I will float some of these names by him. But that is all. That is all I will say for now. Better character, Harry Potter or Percy Jackson? Harry Potter, definitely, from what I remember with my vague memories. Did you ever do Pride and Chronicles? I grew up on it. It gives me feels. Great classic fantasy. That's high on TBR, but not gotten to yet. Just know Speedwagon is best girl in JoJo. I'm so confused by this JoJo thing. Wait, did Murph just show up to defend her husband's awful taste in food? Okay, she's no, she's just saying hey to people. Thanks, Murph, for dropping by. I was just about to end, but oh my lord. All right, Murph's here. I gotta keep going, right? Murph's here. Now it's a party, right? I can send you an invite, Murph, if you'd like to join. I'd be more than happy to have you. As an aspiring author who is still a teen, I'm going insane judging myself. Any tips for not consistently doing this to yourself while still reading amazing books? I struggle with this, man. After my conversation with Joe Abercrombie, I wanted to rewrite everything I'd ever written, even things I deleted. So it's definitely, I think, just something you need to realize everyone goes through. And that'll be the best thing to do, right? It's just you're always going to be your harshest critic. And as long as you know that consciously, you'll be okay. I know you don't do a lot of comic reviews, but I still believe you'd really love. I don't do a lot of comic reviews, and Moonshadow and Saga, keep up the great work. Saga, actually, I do want to read. A lot of people have recommended that to the point where it's like, oh, okay, maybe I need to pick that up. And it also has a really interesting premise. Let's see. So you're saying that you defend the cast without knowing who Perrin was portrayed after? You had no idea? This is one of the reasons people in my region are angry. Are Slavs not to be represented? Just because someone is inspired by something doesn't mean they need to look like them. That's kind of a silly thing to say, just like the Aiel don't look like the people they're based off of in many ways at all. So I find that to be a rather silly thing to bring up, especially because Slavic people are represented in so many other ways in the Wheel of Time, in look and appearance of certain regions and characters. But that's just my thoughts on that. Let's see. Can you please read more female authors? I've been reading a lot of female authors recently, but Robin Hobb's getting started, so I've got you covered there for sure. Let's see. Love the magic system in Demon Cycle. Also, it's not clear who the chosen one is. Ooh, that's fun. Awesome. Does a midway between hard and magic soft system exist? Like magic with definite mechanics on how it's used, but a lot of soft possibilities. Yeah, I mean, I've been hitting the horn pretty hard here that this whole hard versus soft magic system thing is not binary. There's a lot more middle ground than people say. And so that's something people need to be aware of. It's like hard and soft is not like, oh, it's this or that. They can fall somewhere in the middle with a mishmashy kind of spectrum. Joe Abercrombie's The Heroes Review coming soon. Yes, before too long. Though I'm not going to start reading it till after I move. So Get ready for that. Let's see. As a big Jim Butcher fan, thanks for getting me into Dresden Files. I started the DF when I was 15, but no one else knew about it, so I couldn't geek out like I wanted to. So thanks a lot. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Dresden is a blast. There's no denying that. Any favorite non-sci-fi/fantasy books? I always get asked this. Non-sci-fi, non-fantasy. I recently read, not recently, well, Sherlock Holmes is one of the most influential things. I have the complete collection, and I love them so much. The entire Sherlock Holmes series is well worth the read, and there's a reason that character has not gone away at all. But let's see. Other ones I have not brought up before that I love, love, love. Pretty much almost everything I've read. Hemingway, I adore. Hemingway is a brilliant author. I really do enjoy Hemingway. And let's see, other non-sci-fi fantasy I love. I've read like history textbooks, but I'm not going to recommend those to people. What's the one that I've got? Well, I haven't read any non-sci-fi fantasy in a long time because of my job. So I'm having to go way back in my brain. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with those. And we'll move on from here. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is every bad anime trope done over the top for humor. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's kind of like a parody, like One Punch Man, I understand is. Man, my hat is driving me nuts, but I also don't want to take it off. So that's interesting. Interesting there. But I am going to go ahead and end this now before things get too out of control. Throwing an older out there, Flame of Recca. Never even heard of that one. And my anxiety is killing me today. So I'm going to go ahead and end this for too long. Any tips for people starting out in narration? I quit. So I'm not sure if I'm the person to ask advice. I got into it and then just realized it was way too much for me to get into right now, and I had to stop. So I'm not the person to go to for that. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this here. Thank you guys for being a part of another live stream. I love you, love you, love you. Thanks for distracting me from moving a little bit and all the stresses and worries there. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful week and staying safe, because it is a crazy time. Thanks for your work, your content, Dresden Files recommendations. I really want to start reading it now. Greetings from Dresden, Germany. Oh, wow, that's cool. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful one. Adios, mi amigos. I hope you're having a mucho bueno day. I need to stop. I failed Spanish, so I didn't fail it. I basically failed it. Have a good one, y'all. See ya.